Hi YouTube, this is Ebony, and this is another one of my public speaking videos. Within this video, I discuss stereotypes. The topic was inspired by Beyonce's latest album and song, Flawless. Within the Flawless song, she sampled some of Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie's TED Talk, We Should All Be Feminists. I hope that you like my speech. Please let me know your feedback. Me, myself, I feel that I had many areas of opportunity, but I do plan to do this speech once again. Thanks for watching.
To shrink themselves. We teach girls to not be so strong. We tell girls to aim to be successful, but not too successful. Otherwise, we'll threaten the man. We say to girls, you should aim for success, but not too much. As a female, I am looked at and supposed to aspire to marriage. I am looked at as, you can aim to be successful, but always keep marriage in mind, because that's most important. Now, marriage is something that's special. It's a great bond of love, support. But why do we teach women to aspire to marriage and not boys the same? Sir Toastmaster, fellow Toastmaster members and guests, I like to talk about stereotypes. I find myself in a mental warfare thinking about how professional women are perceived today. There are so many negative connotations that come with a woman, and I always ask myself, why? Now, we're in this modern society and women are taking on so many different roles, but we still are plagued by these stereotypes. And I feel that these stereotypes interrupt our ability to flourish. So today, I'd like to talk about 3 things that I would like all of us to do in order to break these stereotypes and change the world that we live in. First, let's talk about confidence. Now, confidence, all of us walked in a room and we had a certain sense of confidence. And confidence is just being certain about yourself or whatever it is that you're talking about. Now, women, confidence is important for us to bring that to the room. But quite often, if we are too confident, we're perceived as bossy, arrogant, know-it-alls. And Dana, you're laughing, but I'm sure all of us can think of a situation where we have encountered a woman who was highly confident, but we may not have looked at her in a positive light. But I challenge you, when you think of that woman who may not be in a positive light, that has high confidence, change her name to John. Put a man's face on her. Would you still think the same? A lot of times we are always antagonized by the things that we do as women, but if we were men, it wouldn't even be a conversation. I challenge you today is to be confident. For the women in the room, step in the room and make your presence aware. Make your presence aware. Make sure that everyone knows that you're there, you have something to say, and be confident in your abilities. Secondly, I like to talk about taking risks. As women, we try to do it all. Me, myself, I have 4 children and a husband, and I try to do it all. And a lot of time, risk-taking is at the bottom of my priority list. I'm challenging myself now to take risks in my professional career by going out, traveling, things of that nature, and using my support system to help me take care of everything. You very rarely hear a man come home and say, well, I have to travel to Germany this week. What are we going to do to take care of the kids? Who's going to do the cooking? Who's going to get the kids to school? Usually that's something that a woman would be in charge of. And a lot of times we sacrifice ourselves in our professional career and flourishment because of the risk-taking and not taking risks. So I challenge the women in the room today to take risks and use your support system around you to allow you to take risks just as a man would. Thirdly, I like to talk about just supporting women, and this is for my men in the room. You all probably have been in a situation where women have been perceived in a negative way, where we know if the tables were turned, it may have been different. I challenge you to speak up. Speak up for that woman. I challenge you to give that woman some sort of advice and help her to feel confident in who she is. Because we are in this workforce today, and we know as women, we're not paid as much, we don't get as much respect, but we bring just as much education to the table. And I think it's about time that we start getting on an equal playing ground. So the 3 things that I mentioned are confidence, bringing confidence in the room, taking risk, and speaking up for women. We teach girls to make themselves larger. We ask girls to expand themselves. We teach girls to make themselves bigger than life, is the statement that I would like to say next time. Sir Toastmaster.